Hi guys, welcome to the Evolving You by Slondi Maps. If you're new here, hello baby and welcome. But if you're a returning listener, Sanbonani Mae and welcome back to another episode. Happy New Year. We're in 2025 baby and we came back better than ever. Back like I never left, Kesana. And you know the vibes already. I've missed this so much. Like I've missed recording so much. But okay, new year and we're continuously evolving. You know the vibes here. No new year, new me. New year and we're continuously evolving. Anyways, I'm very excited for this video. I always do this video in the beginning of the year. I normally do it on my birthday, but I was like, even if it's late, so what? Oksalayo, we're continuously trying to evolve, change, become a better person than you were last year into the new year. Just, like I spend some time to just reflect on the person that I was and things that I've done, things that I would like to change or things that I would like to do differently that I'm learning from also. As you guys know on this channel, as much as you guys are taking things, I'm also learning and growing every single day. So as you guys saw from the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about things we're leaving back in 2024. They must die in 2024. Bury them. Actually find a box, put them inside and throw them far away. For my sake. Like I, not they. I must bury it. For my sake, for my sanity, and for the sake of me just growing and getting better and evolving. I did do notes. I don't know why I put it here. Because I just, I never want to stray and end up, rambling. Because one thing about me, I can talk. If you tell me to talk, I'll talk. I can talk, Kesana. And don't mind the background noise. But let's get into it. I've divided into 4 sections. I normally do in terms of my age for the year, 23 things I've learned at 23. Because I did turn 23 in Jan. But this year, I separate into 4 categories, which is physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So let's go. The first one, I'm going to dive into is spiritually because that's the most important one for me. That's the first one I want to unpack. I think one thing I'm leaving in 2024 in my spiritual life is just, first of all, sitting and being like, God, pull through for me. God, I need to hear your plans that you have for me. God, please guide me through this journey. God, please help me find my purpose in this life. God, please, God, please, God, please, God, please. But I'm doing absolutely nothing to cultivate my relationship with God. I realized, Duguti, most of the time I'd find myself on Sundays, I'd actively sometimes try and go to church on a Sunday, but sometimes I'd find myself making up excuses and finding other things that keep me busier than actually just dedicating an hour of my time a day reading the Bible, or an hour of my time just praying, just doing things that help me build my relationship with the Lord. So it's almost like I'm always asking and expecting God to pull through, but I'm doing nothing in order for me to build the kind of relationship that I would have with him, in order for me to be able to hear him clearer. So it's almost like I'm expecting him to break through the noise. I'm expecting him to be louder than the noise in my head. I'm expecting him to compete with everything else in my life, but I'm doing absolutely nothing to make space for him to come and work in my life. So that's one thing I want to leave in 2024, is expecting God to do more than I do. God is going to meet me where I'm at. I remember, I'm not even reading my notes, but I remember I read this quote that says, God will only trust you with how much you invest in yourself and change. So you can't expect God to give you more and you ask for more, but you do nothing to get the more that you're asking for. It's almost like, how can I give you more when I don't know if I can trust you with what you have now? And I think most of the time we don't sit back. I think I took some time to just sit back and be grateful for where God has put me, because I know how hard I am on myself and how I always want to do better. I always want to evolve. I always want to learn new things. That sometimes when I'm in my answered prayer, that I can't see it, that I'm already asking for the next thing, I'm already working on the next thing, but I don't take time to just sit in that answered prayer, enjoy it, and thank God for the fact that he's put me in what I've asked for. So I think just like spending time, one of my biggest goals for this year is building my relationship with God, dedicating and making a conscious decision every single day to do something that's cultivating my relationship with the Lord. Whether it's praying for an hour in the morning, whether not even like it doesn't have to be an unrealistic expectation where manje, like it's something that can't be reached, even though can it not be for God? But like just playing worship music and making it a conscious decision to just worship and thank him, and going to church, and like opening my Bible and not having to touch my Bible app only when I'm at church and the pastor's pointing out some Bible verse, but allowing God to actually speak through me, through his words and through the Bible, anything like that. I was even watching a sermon, Pastor Sarah Jakes, and she says, sometimes, we always say your breakthrough is right after your breaking point. But sometimes what ends up happening is some of us stay in our breaking points and we don't reach the breakthrough. And sometimes your breaking point is your listening point, because God is not going to compete with the noise. God is not going to add noise on top of noise. You need to give him space to speak to you and give you direction and help you through the light. But man, if you don't give him that space, God is not going to come into your life and say, I want to compete with anything that you have going on and all the chaos and all the noise. You need to learn to silence the noise to be able to hear him and have him help you, because he wants to help. It's just that sometimes you don't give him room to help because our faith is not strong. We always have a plan B. We're always thinking of something else just in case God doesn't pull through, and that's proof enough you don't trust him enough to come and work in your life. So just working on that part of my life, just the obedience, the discipline, and just not always expecting to ask, and God for him to pull through. But in my life, nothing is evident that he is working in my life and I'm a child of God. It's like, oh, okay, yes, God, please do this. I'm praying on Sunday. But Monday to Friday, Zakar. like it's not funny, but just the discipline and the obedience, just knowing, consciously making a decision every day to be a faithful, disciplined, obedient child of God. That's one thing I want to work on. But also spiritually, I want to work on finding a home. I know Guti, I grew up at like a church, and as time went by, hopefully I'll speak about that story one day, things fell off in my spiritual life. And you realize, Guti, growing up, there's so many things that going to church every day saved us from. Back then, you just thought it as a fun thing, and you're like, oh, I'm going to youth, and I'm gonna have fun with my friends, we're gonna praise and worship. But you realized how many things it saved you from doing on a random Friday. It's going to practice church choir on a Monday nights. Like, you're not bored, you're with people, and you think you're doing it for the fun of it, but there's so many things that you're just receiving in your life, that you're learning, and that is just helping you through every single day. And I know one thing I want to work on this year is serving in the house of God. Like, I know I'm gifted, I can sing, and I love worshiping, and I know how satisfying that is because I've done it before. So I don't want to sit with my gift that God has given me, and that's what I was doing all 2024, is just sitting with my gift, doing covers whenever I can, but not using my gift to serve, not using my gift to usher people into worship. And that's something I feel like, besides it being satisfying, it's something that I'm called for. And it's something that I need to work on and bring back into my life, just for myself, for my own journey with the Lord, but also as my purpose on this earth, and just to help out in the kingdom of God. So yeah, those are the things that I'm bringing into 2025 and leaving in 2024 spiritually. And then physically, and I don't know why I laugh, guys. One thing about me, I laugh when things it's not funny. It's not funny. But okay, I think physically, one thing I want to work on is falling in love with the body that I have now. I've had such a hard time letting go of the body I had when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, or even first year of college. And I had a hard time of letting go of that without actually saying to my understanding the trauma that my body has been through, the things that, not even the trauma, but just things that have happened throughout the years that have caused me to gain this much weight or look this way. And it's just like I don't acknowledge all of those things, and I put so much hatred and pressure on the body that I have now. And it's like the only way I can work on having a better body, or the body that I do want, is if I learn to accept and love myself for who I am, even if it will never go back to what it was. But I can work on a body that works for me now, that's healthy now, and just fall in love with myself, and knowing that even with my big body weights that I've gained, that I can learn to love that version of Uslondi. And that version of Uslondi is not ugly or doesn't fit into these societal standards of what a beautiful body should look like, of what plus size looks like, because we want to fit into these societal standards of like small waist, big booty, and bamanyani. And it's just like sometimes, it's okay to not have those things. Like it doesn't mean you're any less beautiful. It doesn't mean you look any less better than anyone else. So I think just leaving the whole insecurity thing behind in 2024, I realized so much. There were so many things that I held myself back from doing last year because I was waiting for my weight to get to a certain point, or I gained so much acne last year. I remember it started in August, to the point where I stopped taking selfies altogether. I would like over filter my pictures or my videos for what I want to post on my story. But if it doesn't work with the filter, then I'm not posting it at all. And that's something I was just like, girl, like that was such a deep insecurity at the time. Besides just the acne, adding on the body weight also made it times two. Like it added on the pressure. And I don't know what pressure it is. I think it's just the pressure that you put on yourself, because most of the time people that are looking at you, they don't even care. Like nobody cares. Everyone is going through their own journey, their own phase, their own physical struggles. And it's just like you need to be less conscious. And thing is, what I noticed is the more you're conscious, the more you keep thinking everyone else is looking at you and seeing what you're seeing about yourself. But most of the time nobody's actually seeing what they're seeing, what you think they're seeing. Actually, they're just seeing this beautiful person. And so I just want to get out of that whole insecurity phase and waiting to do things when I'm at a right place. The whole point of just, oh, I'm gonna wear this when my body looks like this. Oh, I'm gonna take these pictures and I'm gonna start posting when I look a certain way, when I can dress a certain manner, and when my acne's gone because I've started my skincare and whatnot, and when I just look better, that's when I'll start posting. And it takes away the fun of making memories and taking pictures and just being able to post whatever you want to post and be authentically who you are in that moment, and just let people follow in the journey if it means you're someone that's going to post everything on social media. So just physically, in terms of my body and what I look like physically, it's just learning to fall in love with where I'm at right now, my body and what I look like, and just realizing, Wuti, girl, you're gorgeous. Like it doesn't matter the amount of weight you've gained, the amount of acne you have, or the amount of this or that or this. Just learn to accept and work with what you have now. I do think obviously it's a goal to work on having a healthier body, which is definitely something I'm working towards, because you do want a body that's functioning at its best, and you don't want to end up attracting negative things like sicknesses or just being unhealthy and unfit. So I think that is a goal for me this year. But also I think it's just working on not working for a healthier body from a place of hatred for my body. It's working from a place of love. Even though it's the only reason why I want to lose weight and look this manner, it's because I love myself and I want to be healthy for myself. So just I want to take more pictures this year, post more, post on my stories, post anything, just every moment and anything, and not be overly conscious of everything that I'm recording and just being like, oh, should I post this? Should I post this? Should I post this? Like no one cares, and like it's okay. Not holding back this year, doing whatever I must and can and want. Skip babe, like the hot babe that I am. Onto emotionally. I could go on forever actually about emotional things that I need to stop, because emotional things are so tied into like so many decisions that you make in your life, just your emotions, just allowing my emotions to control my decision making. Like, that needs to stop. Not even stop, but it needs to, like, I need to make conscious decisions and not make emotional, irrational decisions. That's what I need to stop doing. But also just, my people pleasing syndromes. I hope you guys watched that video. I just would like to lessen those this year, because I've realized, dude, I'm always doing things at a point of like always thinking for other people, and most of the time people are thinking for themselves. And I would like to be more selfish with myself this year. Like, it's such a big goal to be more selfish with myself and not allow any thing that's coming my way to have access to me. I saw this Uneo Rapeto, when they were doing the video on forgiveness, we thought digest. They said not everything that's coming your way is yours. Some things are just literally walking by, and just not taking anything that comes by and thinking that it's mine, because you're gonna end up attracting garbage and things that aren't quality and things that aren't meant for you. But I think just emotionally, in terms of like the relationships that I get myself into, I think every single year I'm fixing a certain part that keeps allowing me to attract horrible relationships. Like, in terms of like relationships in 2024, oh, my darling, my friend, my sweetie, it was the toughest year of my life. I was fighting for my life. And I'm not only talking about like relationships in terms of umjolo, even friendships. Like, I was fighting for my life. Like, I made a conscious decision to let go of certain friendships in my life, because first of all, they were not working for me, and second of all, there were certain things that I just didn't relate on anymore with the friends that I had. And there was just so many things that had happened that it made me realize, Uguti, people are just like they don't have the heart that I have. Like, I'm always willing to think ahead and or even just like feel sorry for someone else and make decisions while thinking of other people. And when it's time for them to make decisions and be conscious of our friendship, like, it's not a thing for them. It's really not a thing. People are always willing to let like your emotions go through the worst, and just for their benefits or for their happiness or for their fun doings and stuff like that. But also I realized, Duguti, most people my age, they want to have fun. There's certain conversations that they are not having, or the friends that I was attracting, there's certain conversations that I wanted to have with them and I wanted to relate on with them, but it wasn't there. Like, it wasn't going to get there. And I need to understand, Uguti, I will attract the people that I relate to. Like, I need to stop forcing friendships and forcing relationships, and also keeping old friendships and thinking that, because sisuka kude, then, we're the thickest thieves. It's like, I can make new friends. I need to open up space to make new friends that I relate to, that are in alignment with the way I'm going and what I want to do with my life and how I think and how I speak and how I carry myself. And that's just what I want in terms of attracting friendships in 2025, and just letting go of old friendships that I hoarded. Like, I was hoarding friendships, actually. I realized that I even deleted a lot of contacts because I was like, I'm hoarding friendships that contribute nothing to my life, that do nothing for me, and just grieving those relationships also. But worst of all, I wasn't hoarding them because I was desperate for like having friends, but I felt like I was hoarding them because it was out of guilt. There's certain things that happen in relationships and you feel like you owe people your life, and it's just like, I actually owe these people nothing. I've been a good person, I am a good person, and I need to let go and be open to people that will reciprocate my love, my energy, and the amount of just beauty that comes with the friendships that I have. Okay, in terms of Abafan, most of you guys know the relationship I was in 2024. I've never been that loud about a relationship in my life. I've never been that loud about fun in my life. And ngaze soul. Gazi sola. Like, after that relationship, I walked through the rest of 2024 with so much anger, with so much heartbreak, with so much sadness, with just so much like baggage I was carrying. And it was like, all for umfana. At my little small age, excuse mawa. I remember, I can think of myself in 2024, and I can remember Uti, like, I was so triggered by every little thing. I spent the rest of the year sulking, wallowing, crying, being depressed because I was losing so many relationships in my life in terms of friendship. But also, why was I tolerating such horrible men? Like such pathetic, low quality men. And I remember sitting at my brother's birthday, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yo, I have such quality men around me. Like, my brother's such an amazing man. My brother-in-laws, all my brothers are such beautiful men. Why do I keep on thinking I can bring such low quality men into my family all my life and allow them to treat me any less than my brother or my father or my family members treat me? Like, it's like, do you even love yourself? Like, do you love yourself? You yourself, me, myself, I'm speaking to myself actually. Do I even love myself? Like, what are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? So I just wanted to spend the rest of the year loving myself, because the thing is, like, ever when you're single, you can really spend some time working on yourself and saying, okay, I need to love myself more. Like, where are these things stemming from? Where is the tolerance for rubbish? Where does that come from? What makes me sit and think I deserve this? What makes me think I can manifest money? I can say God is bringing beautiful things in my life. I can say God has prepared so many beautiful things that are coming my way in terms of my career, in terms of family, in terms of growth, in terms of my singing, in terms of friends. But I can't say that about men. I can sit in relationships and think it doesn't get any better. I can think this is what God has prepared for me. I must think I can't manifest a man that is good for me. And you must sit there and think, oh, all men suck, so there's no way I can find anything better than this. So that's what you think of yourself. That's what you think God has prepared for you. That's what you think the universe is bringing your way. And that's what you think you deserve. And that's exactly what you're going to attract, babes. You're going to keep attracting the same men because you yourself don't love yourself. And you know what? I'm dragging myself, actually. I'm dragging myself. So just this year, I'm just working on escaping the anger and grieving of relationships that I had in my life, and welcoming of beautiful relationships, and welcoming of things that are in alignment with the person that I am, and welcoming things that are in alignment with the love I can give, and just welcoming reciprocated energies for myself, and not just tolerating things just because I feel like they can't be better. It's knowing that there's always better. There is always better waiting for you out there, and God is always preparing great things for you. So don't settle, because then you're blocking your blessings. You're blocking good relationships. You're blocking good friendships. You're blocking good things that are coming your way, because you're sitting and you're so settled in toxicity because you just don't love yourself. But I think the journey of loving myself and not being a people pleaser, and just, working on seeing the beauty that I am and the beauty that I should be receiving, is a journey that I work on every single day. And I know it's something we all work on every single day. And things about a journey, so yeah, I think emotionally, those are the things. And just, working on my emotions also and how I handle those, because I don't want to lead with making decisions out of emotion and anger and just all the guilt and all the negativity that I have from my trauma and my experiences, but just allowing positivity into my life, allowing myself to see the light that I am. And the last one, babes, is a mentally. Oh, mental health, my babe. Mental health, baby. One thing about you, you are a journey. You are a journey. When I made my old videos, I always thought I was escaping depression. I was escaping the mental health issues that I had. But I'm learning to understand it's such a journey, to the point whereby I'm not escaping it, I'm understanding it every day, and I'm understanding how to handle it better and how to approach different situations in a different manner. So I think just, the whole thing of wallowing and sulking and sitting in negativity and sitting in your depression and sitting in those emotions and sitting in those negative emotions, I'm so tired of that. I'm so done with that. We're bearing that in 2024. I know it's gonna be a journey. As much as you might say we're bearing, but at the end of the day, it's something you need to work on. You need to get help, and you need to get therapy if you must. Speak to people. So it's not literally just bearing, as in like, yo, I'm stopping now. Okay, stop, I'm done. Stop it. It doesn't work like that. And that's what I thought I could do at some point when I kept on saying, we're bearing mental health, we're bearing this. But it's just being okay with seeking help. And you know, the thing is, we think these things like therapy and getting help, and it's expensive. These things, you can get them in public hospitals. You can get them in a lot of places. And just speaking to anyone that you can speak to that might give you advice. Doing things that make you happy and that can take you away from those sad emotions, that make you feel like you're feeding into yourself every single day. So that you're not sitting at home and wallowing and sulking every single day. And just, and stop waiting for someone to come save you. Like, when you sit and you wallow in depression, you expect someone to see your struggle. You expect someone to feel your sadness and someone to be like, okay, Sloanie's going through the most, so I'm going to try and help her. But most of the time, everyone else is going through the most also. Everyone has their own problems. So sometimes people are not going to see it. And you must stop waiting for someone to save you. You need to find a way to take yourself out of that black and dark place and just seek for help. Last year I started therapy, and I always thought, Guti, like, depression is something I'm going to grow out of. And, oh, baby, not it, hey? Like, therapy has helped me so much. Like, right after my breakup, I was just like, there's so many things, so much chaos going on. Like, I need to get the help that I need right now for all the trauma that I've experienced in just 1 year. Like, just the first half of my year, chaotic, babes, chaotic. And and working on my people pleasing syndromes and just loving myself. I think that's one thing. It all stems from just learning to love uSlondi and knowing that I deserve better, so that I'm not just tolerating anything and everything, and also just working on bettering everything that I do every single day, and just showing up as the best version of myself. Like, not every day is going to be amazing, and not every day is going to be perfect, and I'm going to do it the right way. I'm still going to make mistakes. I'm still going to wallow some days. I'm still going to be sad on other days. But it's knowing Guguti, I'm trying. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully you tune in into the next episode. If you're new here, hopefully you like my content and my podcast, and you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you join the gang Gesana. But if you're a returning listener, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to tell your friends, tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell their granny, to tell their aunt, to tell their mom, to tell their sister, and their niece, and their nephew, and your nephew's nephew, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. Love you loads, Gesana.